Learning English idioms can greatly improve your English communication skills, making you sound more fluent in the language. Today, we're going to go over several important idioms commonly used by native speakers. Cutting corners. Cutting corners means doing something the easiest, quickest, or cheapest way, often at the expense of quality or proper procedures. This phrase usually has a negative feel, suggesting the work's quality or safety has been compromised. Let's look at a couple examples. The contractor was accused of cutting corners when building the house, leading to several structural issues. If you keep cutting corners on your assignments, your grades will suffer. In a nutshell, cutting corners means skipping steps, using fewer materials, or not following procedures properly, which usually leads to poor results or issues. A blessing in disguise. This phrase indicates a situation that initially seems bad or unlucky, but eventually leads to something good or beneficial. It suggests that sometimes misfortunes or setbacks have unexpected positive outcomes. Let's look at a couple examples. Losing my job was a blessing in disguise because it motivated me to start my own business. Missing the bus turned out to be a blessing in disguise, as the bus later got a flat tire. In short, a blessing in disguise refers to an apparent misfortune that ultimately results in a positive outcome. Hit the sack. This phrase is a colloquial expression meaning to go to bed or to go to sleep. It is often used to indicate that a person is tired and ready for a night of rest. Let's look at a couple examples. After a long day at work, I can't wait to hit the sack and get some sleep. It's getting late. I think I'll hit the sack now. In short, hitting the sack means retiring for the night to rest or recuperate, usually after a tiring day. Cut to the chase. Cut to the chase means getting straight to the point or the heart of the matter without unnecessary delay or details. It means focusing directly on what truly matters in a conversation or task. Let's look at a couple examples. Let's cut to the chase. We need to reduce our expenses immediately. I'll cut to the chase. You're the best candidate for the job, and we want to hire you. Again, to cut to the chase is to eliminate unnecessary details and get straight to the critical points, often enhancing clarity and efficiency in communication. Throw in the towel. This phrase means to give up or admit defeat, often after a prolonged struggle or effort. It originates from boxing, where a coach throws a towel into the ring to signal that their fighter can no longer continue. Let's look at a couple examples. After multiple failed attempts to start the car, he decided to throw in the towel and call a mechanic. Seeing no progress in her painting, she finally threw in the towel and left the studio for the day. Remember, throwing in the towel is used to signify giving up a task or endeavor after recognizing that continuing it is futile. Under the weather. To be under the weather means to feel ill or unwell. This idiom is commonly used to describe someone who is not feeling their best due to a minor illness, such as a cold or flu. Let's look at a couple examples. I'm feeling a bit under the weather today, so I might skip the meeting. She stayed home from work because she was under the weather and needed to rest. Saying someone is under the weather is a gentle way of indicating that they are experiencing mild sickness. Speak of the devil. This phrase is used when someone who has been the subject of a conversation unexpectedly appears. Its roots can be traced back to superstition that talking about the devil would summon him. Today, it's used more lightheartedly, often with a sense of surprise or coincidence. Let's look at a couple examples. We were just talking about John, and speak of the devil, there he is. Speak of the devil. We are just discussing the new policy, and here comes the manager. In brief, speak of the devil refers to the coincidence of someone appearing just as they are being mentioned. Comparing apples to oranges. This phrase is used to describe a situation where two items or subjects are considered so fundamentally different that they cannot be compared in a fair or useful way. It emphasizes the absurdity of making a comparison between things that have no meaningful common ground. Let's look at a couple examples. Comparing her career in medicine to his career in music is like comparing apples to oranges. They are completely different fields. Judging the performance of a fresh graduate against that of a seasoned professional is like comparing apples to oranges. In essence, comparing apples to oranges highlights the lack of similarity between two things, suggesting that any attempt to compare them is pointless. To give someone the cold shoulder. This phrase means to intentionally ignore or show a lack of concern for someone. It is often used in social situations where one person wants to subtly, or sometimes not so subtly, convey their irritation towards another person. Let's look at a couple examples. After their argument, she decided to give him the cold shoulder during the dinner party. He realized she was giving him the cold shoulder when she walked past him without acknowledging his presence. Hit the nail on the head. This means to describe exactly what's causing a situation or problem, or to do something in the most effective way. It's all about being precise and accurate in addressing the main issue. People often use this phrase when someone makes a particularly insightful or spot-on remark. Let's look at a couple examples. When she said the team's failure was due to poor communication, she really hit the nail on the head. His analysis hit the nail on the head, showing exactly where the project went wrong. Basically, hitting the nail on the head means getting something exactly right or effectively addressing the main point. Once in a blue moon. This expression describes something that occurs very infrequently. It is often used to highlight the rarity of an event. Let's look at a couple examples. He only visits his hometown once in a blue moon. She goes out for dinner once in a blue moon, preferring to cook at home. In short, once in a blue moon signifies something that happens only on rare occasions. Under your nose. This phrase means that something is happening right in front of you or very close to you, often without your awareness or realization. It is frequently used to highlight situations where someone fails to notice something obvious because they are either distracted or not paying attention. Let's look at a couple examples. The missing keys were right under his nose the whole time, sitting on the kitchen counter. She has been searching for her glasses everywhere, only to find them under her nose, on her head. In short, under your nose conveys the idea of something being present in proximity, but not being noticed by the person concerned. Leave no stone unturned. This phrase means to make every possible effort to achieve a goal or to search everywhere to find something, leaving no option unexplored. It is often used to emphasize thoroughness and determination in seeking a solution or making a search exhaustive as possible. Let's look at a couple examples. The detective vowed to leave no stone unturned in his quest to solve the mysterious case. She left no stone unturned in her job search, applying to numerous companies and networking with industry professionals. In essence, leave no stone unturned signifies a comprehensive and diligent approach to a task, ensuring that all possible avenues are investigated or considered. Birds of a feather flock together. This saying means that people with similar interests or backgrounds often hang out together. It's all about how we naturally tend to form groups with like-minded people. Let's look at a couple examples. At the conference, all the startup entrepreneurs ended up sticking together, showing that birds of a feather flock together. The city's artistic community is really close-knit because birds of a feather flock together and support each other's creative projects. Basically, birds of a feather flock together means people like to gather with those who are similar to them, creating communities with shared interests and support. Thanks for watching. Please like this video if you found it helpful and subscribe for more English videos. See you next time.